goes 1 for 2. Haldane can tie it with the 3 or can make it a 1-point game.
You got to get Wong free here.
Wong, pull-up pop, left it short. Bradley rebounded over to Cervone. Cervone backing up. They don't need the 3 quite yet. Cervone too far. Bradley a shot at the horn to tie it.
Oh!
He missed, and Randolph, for the first time in school history, is New York State champions. Drive for Perry, stripped to the basketball. Reed with Ross running. Ross to the rack.
INT for Witchens.
Witchens. I was calling him Kitchens. My apologies.
Well, he's been cooking, so it makes sense.
Yes, thank you.
And Thomas McDonough gives Stillwater the lead.
Good defending that time by Sherfield, getting it done on both ends. Now open for the triple, extra pass, Dante!
Freiburg collecting. I might have figured it out with Freiburg from State College, Pennsylvania. Penn State playing later today. A lot of reasons to play well, and he hits a big triple.
McLean gets it. 2 seconds to go. Schmitz has to shoot at the horn. It'll count if it goes! Stone cold, Aiden Schmitz.
Thanks for joining us back in Columbia, South Carolina. It's been a heck of a game so far. 1-point lead for Bella Vista. We talked about it pregame, Paul. They clearly have more talent, but which team has more heart? That's the essential question, according to you.
Watch out for Ace Baldwin.
2 for 12 in the first half in his first game. Ended up with 21 points. Hit the game-winning shot. Not too shabby. He would take that again. A National Division Championship on the line. 17th Annual Chick-fil-A Classic. We'll have it for you next on Flow Hoops. 16 minutes to decide a New York State Federation Class AA champion. Here on the NFHS Network, Gavin Schall once again alongside the coach, Doug Frigo. 38-23 lead for Long Island Lutheran over Stepanak. We mentioned it was kind of an inflection point late in that first half. 15-point game, or 13-point game rather. Stepanak had a couple tries at the free throw line, couldn't convert, had a live ball turnover. Lehigh got the lead as high as 18. Last second 3 by Boogie Flan brought it back, but now Stepanak feels like these first couple minutes of the third quarter crucial for the Crusaders.
Yeah, they got to keep this lead manageable without question, and good start there.
Yeah, that'll help the 3 that time from Jaden Ross, a little bit long. Double pump off the glass. That's a tough shot from Ben Little.
Yeah, great job by Little against the larger defender. As I said, these Stepanak guys give up a couple of inches here and there, but they all play bigger than they are.
Reed on the sling, rotated back out to Edgecombe. Edgecombe picked up 2 fouls in the first half, something to watch heading into the second. Ariana posting up on Gabriel. Gabriel stripping the ball, giving up a lot of weight in that matchup. Fland extra pass, Carbuccia attacking the rim, caught in no man's land, nearly dying on that pivot foot. Gabriel trying to force it up between 2 defenders, a prayer, the cleanup doesn't go, and now a foul.
Well, they got the foul there. Great defense by Gabriel. You know, on the denial, you know, he's a sturdy defender. He holds his position really well defensively. And then just a real fight on this offensive end to keep the play alive and get his teammate to the line.
And that's the 3rd foul against Ariane. So now he is 3, and if you remember in the first half, Amdi Njai has 3 fouls as well. So that is certainly something to watch in this second half. Ben Michael is going to be the solution for the moment. And Njai out there playing with those 3 fouls, but that could quickly get dicey for Long Island Lutheran, where they could lose some of that size advantage that's helped them so much at the rim in this game.
Well, it's a luxury to bring a Michaels off the bench, 6'7", 6'8". Real luxury to replace one of your bigs with another quality big.
And Long Island Lutheran a little sloppy to start this second half.
Stepanak's got to cash in here. You know, they needed to get some stops, you know, without question.
You know, when talking to Victor head coach Tyler Roberts this week, he said, look, there's always a path to victory when you play Lehigh. It's just a little bit more narrow, or sometimes a lot more narrow, though. Boogie Fland has a way of cracking that pathway wide open. Tough shot that time.
The elevation on the jump shot, tough to defend. Doesn't need much time nor space to get that off.
Reed draws the foul on Carbuccia. Carbuccia's second.
That's going to be a big key for Stepanak. You've seen these last 2 possessions, you know, getting some points, getting some conversions. When Lehigh runs on them, that's when they've done the most damage in this game. So keep them out of transition by having quality offensive possessions, and then make sure your transition defense is locked in and hustling back, because that's where Lehigh has been their most efficient is when they run.
Jordan Gabriel picking up the foul that time, but you could see it. Stepanak very conscious not to allow that shot at the rim off the inbounds that they gave up a couple times in the first half.
These guys are high basketball IQ, great coaching too. Those little adjustments happen.
Planned foul that time though. Nearly a turnover, and he was begging for Ritvo to cut off of it. So that's on MD Njai, so it's just his third foul.
A good start for Stepanak, goes without saying. A couple of turnovers, limited Lehigh to one shot in their last possession.
Oh, wow, so my mistake on Njai. That's only his second foul. I thought he had quite a few more than that, but that makes more sense why he's still out on the court. As Stepanak can't take advantage of the chance to cut the lead to single digits.
You've got an opportunity here to defend in the half court, make Lehigh work, see if you can force him into a tough shot or a turnover.
Oh, what a move by Edgecombe. Can't pay it off due to the contest from Little. Flan coming back with it. Leave off for Carbuccia, who rattles home the three. Patrick Massaroni, a fist bump and a timeout. The lead down to 7. And the Stepanak faithful are letting Lehigh hear it.
A terrific start, as we said, for Stepanak. It was exactly what they needed to do, and that is get Lehigh out of transition, get good quality possessions when you have the ball, knock down your shots. So far, so good in this half.
And for Long Island Lutheran offensively, have yet to score a point in this second half. A team that in the regular season, particularly when they're not playing NIBC schools, often scores in the 70s, 80s, 90s. What do they need to do to get going on that end of the floor?
Well, I think it's, they really fed off that defense in that first half. As we mentioned before, getting into transition and really playing fast and getting downhill. And catching Stepanak in a sort of a scrambling defensive situation. That's where they made them pay, and that's where they made their hay in that first half. So in the second half here, it's for Lehigh, it's that same thing. You've got to get some stops defensively and get back to making life a little more difficult for Stepanak.
Lehigh started this year just 1-2 in their first season in the NIBC, and for some, maybe we're looking at it as a rude awakening for the Crusaders. Two of your first 3 games against IMG and Montfort, perennially 2 of the top 3 or 4 programs in the country. It's a little bit of a shock to the system. Since then, they've won 21 games in a row, longest winning streak they've ever had under John Buck, as we noted, ascended to number 3 in the country on Max Preps, I believe number 4 in the country on ESPN. Heading to Geico Nationals next week. This is a special, special group. And VJ Edgecombe, one of the main reasons why, but that time falling victim to the great defense once again on the interior for Stepanak. It was Jordan Gabriel, his second, I don't know if it was a block, but a hand on the basketball that led to a turnover.
A great help defense there. Edgecombe got the edge, so to speak, and then great help defense from Gabriel. But, one of the things Stepanak has to do is keep this energy up, keep this style of play up. We know Lehigh is so explosive. They'll drop 8 or 10 points on you in a heartbeat. So Stepanak's got to really keep the foot on the gas here.
Fland hunting for that 3 ball, and a foul on the offensive rebound goes against Jaden Ross, his second. So possession will stay with Stepanak, and we're seeing some of the resiliency for the Crusaders. Last game, it was Eagle Academy coming back against them, flashing that resiliency. Now Stepanak, the underdog, they're showing it down by just 7, 5:13 to go in the third. A packed house full of Stepanak fans. Can they push their team to victory? We'll see in just a sec.